doing better. People are making money off people's, they don't know what to do. Parents come to me and say, what about AAU? Forget it. There's showcases. Listen, if you're not ready for a showcase, the worst thing you can do is go to a showcase. If you don't have anything to showcase, all you do is hurt your chances. People pay a lot of money for those things. Dang it, work on your skills, get your arm strength up. I'm telling you, if you're good, they'll find you. Don't worry about it, they're going to find you. But when I hear people that, and that's the problem, these coaches at high school level that come up to us, they said, we're always battling AAU. And I said, we got to start getting back to, basics and start teaching kids how to field ground balls and throw balls and build arm strength and stuff like that, and have fun. You know what I mean? Like they're doing with football, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's going to be it. We're going to do it. I have to figure out some way I can get all this information to you so that if you guys want to get it, we can put it in your hands. And you know what I mean? The low level, the little leaguers, like you're telling us, that's what we got to get to, guys. We got to get to those younger kids, and we got to start teaching them to have fun. You know, tease fun, and start saying, hey, this is what big leaguers do. Treat them like that. You'd be surprised how much fun they have. You know what I mean? Hitting line drives, doing the drills that we do, and everything like that. So, it's going to be a battle for me. It's going to be my cause, and I'm going to bust our butt. How many were here with the first part? You're the only ones been here. The other guys, okay? Okay, we're going to go right from the start. Okay, here we go. We're going to start talking about rhythm and timing. Why, how important rhythm and timing up here. This is Max. Max is going to be my demonstrator. You worked with me in person. Probably had a lot of stuff. About a couple hundred swings. We're going to show you a drill to emphasize something as far as the importance of rhythm and timing. And then after we do that, then we're going to show you some drills in what you can incorporate into your program. They're very simple. So let's get something really fast. What we did is we went out there and took 100,000 baseballs. That's right out here. Don Slott, those guys, we work with this group. And we took 100,000 balls, basically 3 years in the big leagues of all the balls put in play in 3 years. And we came up with batting averages. The line drives in the big leagues of 100,000 balls in play, all those balls, the batting average was what? 738. You're right. Fly balls, any fly ball that went out to 300 feet in the major leagues, the batting average is 185. 300 feet. Anything beyond that, the batting average is 405. Home runs, doubles, so on and so forth. Pop-ups, 085. 025. Okay? Ground balls, 230. Strikeouts, 0. I kid around all the time. I tried to find out. If you strike out, you got to hit the ball to get a batting average. You know what I mean? You got to put the ball in play. But here's the interesting thing. Hard ground balls in the big leagues, the batting average is 491. So with those numbers, what would be your number one objective? Line drives, right? If you miss, are you better off missing up or hard down? Absolutely. So that is the kind of swing we want to start to develop. That's it. Here's the problem. We get so indoctrinated, see all the great home run hitters. Is 30 home runs a good year in the big leagues? You think so? Okay, well, let me say this. You're going to go to the plate 600 times if you play every day. And that means you're going to get 5 home runs every 100 at-bats. My question is, what do you do with the other 95 at-bats? And if you are a guy that's chasing 30 home runs and you're not putting the ball in play or effective, those 30 home runs, that kind of style will get you fired. We need players to put the ball in play. If you have the right swing and the right stroke, you will get your 30 home runs. But in the meantime, you're going to get base hits, you know what I mean? From there. We've seen it happen too many times. I manage the big leagues, and I'm going to tell you, you cannot have anybody that hit 3rd, 4th, or 5th in your lineup with 150 strikeouts or more. You will constantly be teased to death. You'll have big games, and then you'll have a guy at 3rd base to win a ball game, and you can't get him out. And all due respects, because I saw Mark Reynolds when I was down in Arizona. He was Baltimore. And I was with Padres. Mark Reynolds is an out. An out if you pitch him right. If you make a mistake and he's still hot, he'll get one out. But how many times, if there's a guy like that, go up the home plate and just break your heart and strike out and everything like that? You just can't not win with that many strikeouts in the middle of your lineup. And so we work on trying to hit the ball, put the ball play, drive it. If you have enough Okay? Now, from the point of release, for the pitcher, to the point of release, to the point of contact, at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball is right about here. It takes 0.4 of a second to get to the point of contact. The average big league hitter from here to here is 1.6 of a second. Okay? So somewhere out in there, you got to pull the trigger to make contact right here. Now, we've timed it by dropping the ball from right here to the ground. If you can hit that ball before it hits the ground, you can hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It splits the middle of the plate. So imagine you get up here, and I want you to get like you're ready to hit. You're in a ready position, and you're standing there, and you're not moving until you see that ball drop, okay? Then I want you to hit the ball, okay? Here we go. So it's called the drop drill. All we're going to do is... Hold on. This might be my son. Get it? Hello? Hello? Who's this?
Don Slug.
Hey, Don. There he is. Okay, Don. You got me.
I need that CD back.
See, you got it from my CD?
It's in your computer.
Oh, well, I have to go.
Don't worry about it. Go.
I use this stuff all the time. That's the best stuff I've ever seen. You want to be a good coach. The reason why we get guys that always argue about the right thing, we look at the players and we show them what they do right and wrong. We match them up and say, look, this is what they do. Some guys have different approaches. They start here, leg kicks, all that kind of stuff. And that's why I put kids down. They're all the same. Every single one. And I take that program that he has all over the world and I say, okay, we show them, we walk through the motions, say, any questions? They say, nope. All right, now we know what we need to train. Okay, here we go. All right, now what I'm going to do, he's in a position, he's standing like a statue, and all he's going to do is relax. And when I drop this ball, if he can hit it before it hits the ground, he can hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Okay, here we go. Pretty difficult. Now what I want him to do, I want him to get up there like this, and I want him to get some rhythm, go back, and when he starts to the ball, I'm going to drop him. I will drop the ball. Okay, back. Here we go. When he goes, he starts to the ball, I will drop him. So I go. See the difference? When the body's in motion, it's more effective when it stays in motion. So rhythm timing is important. Now he's hit the ball right here. That means he can hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Because when I was dropping it, he was having trouble. Because when you stand there, and those little kids get up there and hit like this, stay there, see the ball. If you're up there and the ball comes out of your hand and you have not made a move, you're going to be too late. Period. End of story. The great hitters, when that pitcher starts to wind up and this arm starts to come like this, they start getting ready, just like he was doing. When he gets ready and when he initiates that swing, I drop the ball, he hits it right about here. That's it. So the importance of movement and rhythm is key. And a lot of you young kids don't even understand that. So we're going to show you some drills that you can do. First of all, that drop drill I just did, I never do that again. After I do that with him, I will never do that again. I just start with the regular drop drill because we know what happens. And that one is gone. We're not going to practice something you don't do. But just to show you the importance of rhythm and timing. Okay? All right. Max, we're going to use a tee, which we use all the time. All the time. How do you young kids, huh?
Move the elbow over.
Yeah, let's do it. Here's the trouble. A lot of your kids, they come out of T-ball and they go, well, I don't want to use a tee. You know, I think tees are for kids, not for you. You know what I mean? I see that all the time. But you know what? The truth of the matter is, all the big leaguers hit off tees. It's the first thing we do. We hit our T's. It's when they go, they can work on the rhythm and timing. There's a book called, by Sean Green. Wrote the book. Unbelievable book. You know who Sean Green was? Played for he talks about T. That was his best buddy. And it's an unbelievable story. He went out to take some extra batting practice when he was in Toronto, and the coach got pissed off and says, "You never go out to that batting cage unless I go with you. The only thing you can do is go hit off that tee." He got a tee, and he started was so frustrated, he just started wearing it out. Then he started saying, "Wait a minute, this is pretty good here. I can work on rhythm. I can try this and try that." And all kinds of things happen. And then he said, "They're going to go down and hit the cage." He said, "No, I'm going to stay with my tee." And he said, and he started talking about it. It's a wonderful story. And I think he calls it The Way of Baseball. It's a tremendous read. And I tell you what, I've got a lot from that because of the fact is that a tee became his life. Okay? All right, so what we do is we put this ball on the tee. Now we're going to work on rhythm and timing. Max, I want you to do what we call step-ins. Let me show you real quick. Basically, he's going to have the bat in his hands. He's going to step in, load, and go. See how it is right here? He steps in, and then he goes right down that line and hits the ball. If his hands go down this line, right here, the barrel will always be over home plate. Always. So Boggs is the one who told me that. He said, "I just draw a line right here like this," because he's left-handed. He draw a line. If I know my hands are going down that line, that barrel will always be over home plate. Okay? But how many times we hear coaches say, take your hands to the ball? No! You take the barrel to the ball. Okay? So, Max, I just want you to kind of step in. Just like we did. Let's go and step in and hit the ball. There it is. Perfect. Nice and smooth. Just walk in real smooth. And just step in, gather. Now, see how quiet that front leg is? He's kind of seeing the ball as he walks in. He's seeing the ball. When he puts that foot down, that's like pulling the trigger. So he's got tremendous rhythm, and he's got control. He goes into it. There it is. But then he's way Manny Ramirez gets. He gets in there. Manny Ramirez was like, boom. He had that little bit of control. That shift. How many times do you see kids jump out there? Like this. Okay, do it again, Max. Okay, one more time. Just walk in real smooth. Target. Now we want line drives, right? Force line drives, hard ground balls. Every swing we force line drives and hard balls. Another drill is called step backs. And he will stand here like this, and he steps back and kind of holds, steps back, strides forward, hands go down the line right here. Boom, hit the same thing, okay, Max? Nice and smooth. Good rhythm. Oh, big ball. Just got to step back. Watch him stay. There it is. That's all you need. So we're shifting weight now. Power is the efficient transfer of energy from back to forward. Okay? And it's seamless. It doesn't stop. It's a continuous motion. Why would I start, stop, and start again? You know what I mean? I see some guys take, I remember watching I'll never forget this. Michael Young, he has kind of like a little stop in his swing. He got Michael Young kind of goes like this. Well, Rudy Harville is their coach down there. And he tried to get everybody to do it. And he got fired. Because it's good enough for him? No. It's good enough for Michael Young, but not for everybody else. He tried to do it, everybody was doing it, and he wanted to lose it. And I can understand it because he was a great hitting coach. But a lot of guys get stuck on one technique, and next thing you know, it may have worked for one guy, but he lost the rest of the team. So, okay, what you do is just to kind of go back. You get a step back, okay? You get a step back, hold, go. Very good. Excellent. Now he's driving that ball in the line drive area. Nice and smooth. Give you a nice little step back. This time, take your front leg. Okay. You step back, give you a little bit of a leg. Take it with you. There. No. I mean like this. See, you're kind of leaving it there. I want you. You can go like this. This is what I like to do. It's just, oh man, I'm still stiff on this first session. But just smooth. Step back. Okay. step back. Got the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So, get a little rhythm in there. There you go. Now, I want that barrel going down that line and stay through contact, and then go finish up, and the finish is what we call a non-teach. It's a non-teach. You know, it's like throwing. Ever watch the throwers? When they take that ball and they wind up and they throw that ball, they keep this ball on this side of the body as long as they can. They get here and they go boom, and this comes across is a non-teach. Non-teach. And when you're hitting a baseball and you're driving a baseball, you're coming down that line, you're inside, you stay in here, and when you make that contact, boom, that barrel stays in front of your chest. That front of the chest is mine, and this here is the automatic. That's where the power is. And you know how fast, you know how long that the ball stays on that barrel? Milliseconds or whatever it is. Unbelievable how fast it comes off. But that one technique of moving forward, see, because when you get to here, and then all at once his hand turns over, watch what happens. I'm right on that ball. I mean, I'm on it. Here I come. I see it. Oh man, it's a pitch waiting for a home run. I get right here, and then I turn my top hand over. Watch what happens. Come up and over the ball, and I roll over. There's two types of forces in rotation: centrifugal force and centripetal force. Did you know that? Okay. Centrifugal force is the forces generated through the center of rotation to propel that object away from the center of rotation. Okay? Throwing a baseball, centrifugal force.
5 minutes.
Throw that. Centrifugal force is the force that keeps it inside rotation. Okay? Well, if you think of a hammer thrower, you know the guy with the hammer thrower, he spins and all once releases the forward. So when I get here and I'm coming to that ball, I am getting here, and when I hit that ball, I want to drive that thing forward. And the only thing that happens when this turns over, what does? It comes into itself. Okay? So that's why we concentrate on keeping the ball going down the line, because when we go down the line, we stay on it a little bit a second. Okay, Max, just go ahead. Do the same thing. Do the step back, and just keep that barrel going right down that line. Perfect. Now do me a walk in. Remember the walk in? A step in. So we call this a step in, step back, and the step in, the walk in, the kids go like this. They always put a little marker there. They have the marker, they step in, load, and boom! Let it go, okay? Give me a walk. Isn't that nice way? That's good. So that's how you build real rhythm and timing. The drop drill is tremendous. I get 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds. They hit that drop drill once they start their swing, and the kids love it. The parents love it. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? So now, as far as rhythm and timing is concerned, what we can do is step ins, step backs, or walk ins. Okay? Once you do those drills and you concentrate on your target, hitting the ball to your target, then everything goes good. Okay? We use a flat bat. You've heard me talk about this before. Hasn't changed since. We always use. I use this with big leaguers. But if I take a flat bat and I make contact, where's that ball going? Straight, right? I roll. What happens? The blade goes down. Now I'm cutting across. We call this the magic wand. As we hit the ball, we come in here like this. We make contact. We square up to the ball. It tells you what your hands are doing. That's all it does. It tells you what your hands are doing. The palm stays up. So like that, and then after the ball's gone, it'll roll. That is called a non-teach. Okay? Any questions? Rhythm and timing is very hard to teach young kids. Now, I also work with Max. If I was with him, I would stand there and softtoss to him. And he would,
2 minutes.
He would stop and walk in and hit the ball. Let's try a couple, Max. It's really funny. I'll show you how to do it. These are a little more aggressive drills, but what do we do? Now just kind of walk in. Just kind of walk in, and I'm going to try to focus into your swing.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Start walking. Here we go. Perfect. Just kind of walk in really good. Here we go. See that? Now he has to wait for it. Here we come. Just walk in. Perfect. Very good. That's very good. That's very good timing. That's how you build with timing now with the walk-ins. You can do it with step-ins. You can do it with step-backs. You can do all kinds of stuff with that drill. So that's how you build rhythm and timing. You got to work on those drills, okay? Any questions? Any questions? Yes.
Hey Jim, I'm a youth coach, and I heard you mention some youth coaching just a minute ago. The biggest issue with some of the younger kids is you want to teach the transfer forward. A lot of the kids get way over the front foot or walking into the pitch.
Right.
What do you recommend as a good drill to teach them that weight transfer so they're not walking into the pitch and they're over the front
Weight
foot?
transfer is only from here to here. This braces the backward right here. And all I got to do is turn right here and get them. Now,
Session is completed. 5-minute break.
we'll talk about that in a second. Well, we got 5 minutes. Continue that. The trouble is, a lot of guys teach that, here, actually, let me just get a couple balls here. Push that screen aside. The weight shift is so subtle and so quick, okay? It's like 55% of the weight is here, and we're going to transfer it from here to here. Not from here to here, from here to here. I'm just going to stand here, just really nice and slow, and just put the barrel on the ball, and just think about turning turning. See what I mean? That's all it is. Just stand here like this, and just, see what I mean? Yeah. That's all it is. It's just a short weight transfer from here, stay here, and just, see what I mean?
Yeah, we'll
And the
teach
ball-
them exactly that. It's just tough to get these back.
But you got to get them to do it. You got to do it. What's that? Yeah.
Are you a big proponent of not extending the arms or keeping them tighter?
You got to have angles.
Yeah.
Hey guys, the other thing, what happens, we create angles all want to go to a straight line position. And when the angles go to his, McGuire, all he worked on, his number one theory was, I'm thinking was hold the angle of the front wrist. That's all he did. When he got to the ball, you see all the angles here? And then when he got to the ball, he never forced it. He just let the angle increase, put him on the tee for him. And it was so simple how he did it. He never thought about using his hands. As the rotation started to go, this angle straightened out. See there? That's all it is. It's the same thing with all your arms. It's so easy to stand here and the ball comes out like that. So when you're actually hitting the ball, your angles are not quite extended. Coach says the wrist play no part in hitting a baseball. That's what he said. Well, what the hell did he do? Who the hell's Pete Rose? What did he do? He's got 4,000 some odd hits. If Pete Rose got 4,000 some odd hits, you ask him, what are you thinking about? He said the biggest problem with hitting is guys use their wrist too much. He said what you do, you get inside here, and the back arm locks out, and then the hands will turn over. And you watch him on film, that's exactly what he does. You know what I mean? He holds those angles and releases them. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all about angles. It's all about the angles and those angles straightening up. That's what it's all about. Flatbed truck. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you guys got to move on.